says, and numbers might be quite small, but we do have international guests here. Our next speaker is Mr. Paul O'Connell, who's the Chief Executive of the Buteyko Institute of Breathing and Health. And that is the regulatory body that controls my practice and every other practitioner throughout the world. So I'll introduce you now to Paul, and he's got a small speech to make.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much, Jill. Yes, my name is Paul O'Connell. I'm from Melbourne, over in Australia, 12,000 miles away, or very close to it. And I just came over here yesterday afternoon. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our institute, some of the people who are involved in it, give you a little bit of background about Buteyko, how it was introduced to the world from Russia, which I'm sure many of you here are very, very familiar with. And I'm also going to talk to you about a couple of the very special projects that the Buteyko Institute has been involved with over the years. This gentleman, to most of you, needs no introduction, Constantine Buteyko. I'm sure many people here know the story that as a young medical student back in 1952, Constantine Buteyko observed an increase in the depth of breathing with dying patients. And after seeing this hundreds and hundreds of times, he started to wonder whether deep breathing was not just associated with dying, but if it was also associated with diseases. Because after all, people do die from diseases. So his idea, which was very new and radical at the time, was to experiment with getting people to reduce their depth of breathing to see what impact it would have at improving their illnesses. And very quickly, he found that his idea was correct. People started to have a decrease in symptoms, an improvement in their sleep pattern, experienced less anxiety, had greater energy levels. And as a result, they had much less requirements for using medications and machines. And this was all initially developed right back in 1952. What is the Buteyko Institute of Breathing and Health? Well, it's an incorporated association in Australia, has been since 1997. And we also have another registration as what's called an Australian registered body. That was since 2002. I'm not going to bore you by going through the details of these documents that the Buteyko Institute has, but yes, we're governed by a constitution. We have code of conduct, code of practice, facility for client feedback, privacy and confidentiality, complaints policy, and so on and so forth. Two special projects involving the Buteyko method that I want to talk about. The first one was introducing Buteyko to Cuba back in 2004. Jill McGowan and myself were lucky enough to represent the Buteyko Institute of Breathing and Health for 5 weeks in Havana in 2004. We initially went over there in the January for 1 week just to meet the people that we were going to be working with, to have a look at the facilities. And then we went back in May and June for a 4-week period. And the project had two parts. One part was to teach as many people as we could within the 5-week time frame. And between us, a total of 228 people actually attended the 5-day Buteyko courses. And 96 of those people were school-age children from the age of 6 to 14. The school was in a place called Turan, which is about a 20-minute drive from central Havana. And it was a school that was established specifically in 1985 for the 100 most severely asthmatic children in the country. And it was a boarding school, so the children are supervised all the time. And all of them attended the Buteyko course. I understand the background in terms of development work done by Jill McGowan. It's been going on for a period of about 2 years. And congratulations to all of you people for what you've achieved so far, and we're very much looking forward to seeing the results. We know that the sooner that you can learn to correct your breathing, the easier it is, and the more you can set your health up for the rest of your life. And the fact that so many of you young people have been through this program is just very, very wonderful, and something that we certainly want to replicate. And also very much congratulations to the West Dunbartonshire Council for the way that they've embraced Buteyko so far. And we really do see this as a role model for not only the rest of Scotland, but also for other places in the world. So thank you very much, and hope everybody very much enjoys the day. Thank you.